Grief is hard enough when it's clean. But what happens when it's complicated by tragedy, trauma, and the unthinkable? Today's episode of Mindset is not an easy one, but it is a necessary one. We sit with Zara, a mother who lives with a grief most of us can't imagine. One son is gone, the other is behind bars, accused of taking his brother's life. Zara has chosen to share her story not for sympathy, but for healing. For those walking through unspeakable pain, for those trying to hold on to hope. This is the mind left behind, Zara's emotional world, her mental journey, and the quiet strength of surviving the unimaginable.
Deputies got a call on Wednesday night that there was a shooting outside of the Fort Myers restaurant. When deputies got here, they say they found the man dead. So, here's what they believe happened.
Steve Iglesia Jr. shed many tears while wearing an anti-suicide smock in court today. The 25-year-old is accused of killing his own brother Christopher on New Year's night.
Zara, thank you for being here. You traveled across the sea to be here with us, and so I'm really appreciative. Take us back to the moment this tragedy unfolded with your two boys. What were your immediate reaction?
Well, the day I found out, it was my sister had texted me and said to call her. I was hesitant on calling her, so I decided to call her. So when I called her, she was crying on the phone, couldn't understand what she was saying. All I understood was Chris and Steve. I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, Zyra, I'm not supposed to tell you. I'm sorry. No one wanted me to tell you. They wanted to tell you face to face. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she says that my boys went out to dinner, or they were out hanging out with my brother the whole day. The last place they went to was Casablanca. And they went in, they had dinner or drinks, and an altercation happened. And come to find out that my son Steve killed my son, shot him in the head. And I guess he tried to perform CPR. I guess he tried to take his own life as well after he realized that his brother was dead. So him and my brother got into an altercation because my brother didn't want him to kill himself as well. And I still wasn't believing. I didn't understand. And I just gave my husband the phone and I walked away. I walked to the bathroom and I just started to pray. I said, God, please hear my prayers. Because it just didn't sit right. I just didn't understand what was happening. Probably about 10 minutes later, my other sister-in-law comes to the house to confirm that my son did shoot my son in the head. And yeah, and then they took me to Casablanca, but I wasn't allowed to go to where my son was because of the way that it happened. By the time I got there, also my other son was already taken to the precinct. It just left me in disbelief because it's something that I would have never expected from them. They were so close. They were the best of friends. So I don't know why. I don't know why.
What were they like growing up?
They were the best of friends. They wouldn't do anything without each other. They were always playing video games. They were two peas in a pod. They were 13 months apart from each other. So they were literally the best of friends. On the weekends, they would spend time with each other, with their kids as well. They were constantly calling each other, texting each other. So yeah, they were the best of friends.
How did your life and that of your family members change within those hours?
Okay, so within the first hours, everything was okay. Everybody was okay with each other. They were trying. I got excluded. I don't know how to say it. I just got excluded. Being the mother, they were more concerned with my brother being there when the tragedy happened. So the attention went towards my brother, the mom, me.
Mhm.
I was left alone to just deal with things on my own while they addressed him, like if he was the one who lost the one. And then shortly after that, we just we separated, as you can say, because of my choices of still supporting my son and being there for my son. Thank you. Being there for my son. At the end of the day, they're both my children. I am a mother. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely.
I'm supposed to still be there regardless of the tragedy, the trauma. As a mother, I birthed those kids. That's part of me. And it's never going to go away. I'm going to still be there. But as of right now, we're all segregated.
Wow. So nobody's talking to Zara.
No.
No support
Besides
from
my
family
mom
members.
and my niece, we talk to each other, but support system, I have no one. Besides my husband. That's all I have.
I know both children have their own children. What is the relationship like now
With me, with the
with the
grandkids,
grandkids?
I don't get to see them. I got to see them probably the first month that it happened. And then after that, it was going on 6 months. This happened on January 1st. July 1st makes 6 months. And it's been 4 months since I have not seen my grandkids. 4.5 months. Because I chose to still be a mom.
Folks, grief is complex, but the nature of this loss adds an unimaginable layer. We're going for a short break. Please stay with us. You're watching Mindset.
Mr. Gooden, are you ready for the 12 o'clock meeting?
I'm not feeling it good right now. I have a headache, I have diarrhea, I can't have a see straight. Is that you?
Get well soon.
Oh my god! Finally! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. My boss, he's so annoying. Can't wait to leave the job and stop working for that silly little man. Anyways, summer is coming up, so I need laser hair removal everywhere, full body red light therapy. I need fat dissolving injections, warts to be removed. I need everything.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Protect yourself from the bite of this mosquito.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
You're watching Mindset, and we're with Zara, who's sharing her story about how a tragic incident has ripped away her family and transformed her life forever. Zara, can you describe the unique type of grief? One son has murdered the other, and the other is behind bars.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
There are no words to describe the pain, the emptiness, the heartache of something that I would never thought that would happen to me. It was something that you see on TV. This has broken me. to an extent that I can't even explain. I lost 2 babies in one day. I say I lost 2 because one I would never see again. And one is behind bars. And I still don't know what the outcome is. Being a mom is the most precious thing in this world. But to have something ripped from me the way that it happens, there are no words. I'm not the same. I don't go out no more like I used to. If I go out, my anxiety level is off the roof. Any little noise, I'm jumping. My husband can't even get close to me without me just having a reaction. It's just my nerves are all over the place. And not having the support that you need from your family in such a time of grief. I've been through so much already in my life that this it just took all over me. Um, I knew I needed help. I started getting help, but then I stopped. I felt like I was a broken record, just repeating myself and repeating myself. And everybody's saying, oh, it's going to be okay. Just got to give it time. I know it's going to be okay in time, but I'm not okay. This is something that doesn't fix overnight.
Speaking of healing, it's been a couple of months. Has it been a year yet?
No,
Still a couple
it's going to
of
be
months.
6
It's pretty
months.
fresh.
On July 1st, it'll be 6 months.
What does healing looks like for you?
To be honest, there's something that'll never happen. For me to feel okay again is to have my voice back here. But that's something that's never going to happen. For me to be completely healed. I will never heal. I will never be the same.
How often do you see your son that is behind bars?
At this moment, I don't see him. We speak on the phone just because the paperwork with the visitation stuff is just a mess.
So you haven't seen him since this incident?
Only when I go to court.
When you go to court. Your son has been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes, ma'am.
How is that going? He's now behind bars. Is he being treated?
As of right now, when we went for our last court hearing, they signed up 3 doctors to start getting him the help that he needs to see what's going on. If there's more than what happened during the army, when he was in the army. So they're trying to help him and give him the help that he actually needs.
When you think about the son that you have lost, what do you want the world to remember about him outside of this tragedy?
His beautiful smile. He had a smile that lit up the room. A beautiful smile. And how great he was with his kids. He loved those boys so much. Had a good heart. Was very helpful. But it was that smile that lit up a room. It was that smile. That's one thing he had. He was so funny. He would make you laugh even in your worst day. But honestly speaking, it's that beautiful smile and those big green eyes that he had.
Zara, what would you say to a mother or a father watching this program and going through similar grief?
honestly, stick to who you are. Be that parent. Don't let anyone try to stir you a different direction. It's going to be hard. This is not easy. I don't wish this on no parent. But if the love that you have for your children is always going to be there, you're going to always have those memories. Always look back at that. Think about that. Think about the good times. And if you want to think about those bad times, you can as well, because kids are kids. But they make you. Once you become a parent, you become a mother, it's just, there's that bond, there's that love. You see your babies from babies and they grow into these beautiful adults. But as a parent, as a mother, if you go through something like this, make sure you have that support system. You need that. You really need that, because I didn't have that. And I'm still trying to figure it out. Make sure you have a support system. You need that. You lose yourself.
Talk to your family members that have cut you off.
Talk about them.
Talk to them.
That's not going to happen. I can't. It's more. It's a lot more. Like, you're supposed to, as family, be there, support each other through everything and anything. You don't pick sides. You don't judge a person. The reason why I say that is until the day you go through what I've been through, you'll understand. So never say never, that you'll never support this, that you'll never do that, because you will never know until you are living that moment. Family is supposed to be there for you through thick and thin. And I'm honestly speaking, the family that I have since I was young till now, that's not what you call family.
I'm sorry.
Blood is thicker than water, but in my eyes, I've realized that water is thicker than blood. Everybody's different. Every family is different. But I just say, you need to have a support system, because you're going to fall and you need someone there to help you get back up.
If both of your sons could hear you right now, what would you say to each of them?
How proud I am of them. Regardless of what happened, we're not talking about the tragedy. I want them to know that I'm always gonna be there, their biggest supporter. I love them so much. There's just no words to describe what I would really want to tell them, because those are my babies. Those are my babies. And right now, it got ripped from me. They need to know that I'm always going to be there. I'm always going to support them. And I'm always going to love them no matter what. Because that's what we do. That is what we do. That is exactly what we're supposed to do as parents. You're not supposed to turn your back on your kids regardless of the fact. We might be upset. We might get mad. Don't turn your back on them.
Yep.
They need you as much as you need them.
This is Mindset. We'll be right back with our resident psychiatrist, Dr. Roger Roberts. More Mindset coming up on the other side of the break. Please stay with us.
At Jatnan Medical Services, we believe everyone deserves expert care they can afford. That's why we offer advanced oncology and personalized cancer treatment, safe, high-quality dialysis for kidney care, complete eye care through our trusted ophthalmology team. and fast, reliable results from our Suma lab. Call us or contact us on our social media platforms. Japden Medical Services, affordable, world-class healthcare.
Again? Ami, you buy the gas after me and it done before me, Rasta. The yard man are just done saying. Yard man things stronger and longer. Bakuya. Me cook for church, me cook for school, me cook for side chick. Me just a cook a galang saying.
Claim me for okay when me say gas pan tonight instead of him.
Me a full up. A yard man in the kitchen. Yard man still when me touch the road. It's a yard man thing. Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Mindset. Dr. Roberts, I look to you. You've heard Zara's story. You've seen Zara's pain. How does someone pivot from such a tragedy?
Wow. I must say that Zara's story is a very touching story, and I can just imagine the pain that she's experiencing. There are several things to take away from this story, you know. First of all, she's dealing with complicated grief. She has lost both of her sons, in a sense. One was murdered, the other one currently in jail, and likely to get prison time, right? The first thing that I would want to look at, because when we discuss mental health challenges, I think that we should look at prevention. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the son who committed the murder actually served in the military and had post-traumatic stress, I think is significant. Untreated post-traumatic stress leads to aggression, anger, irritability, substance use, things that may contribute to violence. As well as someone with post-traumatic stress may be unemployed, which compound the problem. Zara described a situation where they were out having dinner. I don't know if alcohol played a role on the background of his post-traumatic stress, but I think that it's important to mention that untreated post-traumatic stress is a potential contributor, and it's quite treatable. And I would say that men who serve in the armed forces are at increased risk for post-traumatic stress, okay, like our police, soldiers, and if you are experiencing post-traumatic stress, I think you should access treatment. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I think that what this story also underscores is how complicated family dynamics can be.
Indeed. Right.
And I heard Zara's story and her view of the family members not being supportive of her. And I can just imagine what that feels like. But I would say to her that compassion and understanding is required by all parties, because the closest thing to unconditional love or consistent unconditional love, one could argue that it's a mother's love for her children.
Absolutely.
However, the other family members may not be displaying that unconditional love. She has two sons. It's someone's cousin, uncle, and believe it or not, he may be somebody's favorite cousin or uncle who died. And despite that they're family, those other family members, they're not seeing it that way. I've lost my favorite uncle, my favorite cousin, my favorite brother in some cases. So you're not going to get that kind of a support that you expect off the jump, because they're grieving the loss of somebody close to them. And for mom, both sons are close to her. That may not be the relationship dynamics with the other family members. And I think that what is important from this story is that there is need for individual therapy to support mom and other family members. But this is a clear case where family intervention and family therapy would have been of paramount importance. I don't see how healing will take place without family intervention and family therapy. Because I think that, as I said, that the different members of the family, they're viewing the incident differently. And they need to understand that they're all experiencing grief, right? They are not talking to Zara or supporting her because they're angry. And they think that, oh, you're supporting somebody who have killed somebody who is close to me. So the family intervention is important.
But Doc, who makes the first move in this instance? Zara is hurting, the family members, they're hurting. Zara needs the support. That social support is important at this time. Who makes the first move?
That's a very, very good question. A very good question. What I often suggest is that every single family have got a go-to person, somebody who normally balances out things within the family. I'm not sure if there is one in Zara's family, but that person may be the starting point, because they may not listen to what Zara has got to say because they're angry with her for supporting her son, right? Or if it is a case where there is a pastor or somebody who they are close to, external to the family, that may be the person to bring everybody together to have some sort of a discussion, and coming out of that discussion, hopefully there is planned family intervention.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. What an incredibly powerful and raw conversation we've had tonight on Mindset. There are stories that haunt us and others that humble us. Zara's journey is both. She is a reminder that grief doesn't follow rules, that a mother's love can stretch across pain, betrayal, memory, and hope, and that even in the ashes of tragedy, healing is possible, one breath, one truth, one day at a time. If today's conversation stirred something in you, we encourage you to seek support. You are not alone. This is Mindset, and these are the stories that shift how we see the world and each other. Thank you for watching.
Set decor was provided by Elite Home Decor and shot on location at the AC Marriott Hotel.